What's the intro?
So it goes, we'll just like start talking and then I'll say, okay, intro, and it ends with a, yeah. And I don't have another phone to play it right now, so we're just gonna pretend like it's happening. Is that okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Welcome back to Twink Twank Twunk, everybody. I just made Mac. You've never heard the intro jingle, have you?
I've never listened to this podcast.
Not one time.
I'm so sorry. I'm a fake fan.
So we have like a second person's phone with all of the media on it, so we will like play the intro there, and then it's easy to like lip sync because it's actually going. But I just made Mac pretend to hear a jingle that he's never heard before in his entire life. Yes, we're at high budget here at the pod.
Yes, high budget.
Okay, well, Mac is here. Mac, introduce yourself. Who are you? How did you get here?
Hello, girls and gays. Specifically gays.
Camera
Hello, hi gays. Specifically gays.
Hi, gays.
The gays know me. Okay. My name is Mac. MacDoesIt. I have been a YouTuber creator for
so
12 years now, since 2012.
Over a decade. That's wild.
Decade. 13 years. How long? What year are we in?
I genuinely have no idea, but 2024.
So yeah, 12-ish years. I've been doing YouTube, and now here I am. I am like Smosh's weird step cousin. Basically, that's my life. That's my identity.
Okay. He's being humble. You were YouTube's Comedian of the Year. What was the title of that award?
Yes, I forgot about that.
Oh, please.
My successful accomplishments? What do you mean? I was Comedian of the Year for the Shorty Awards in 2019.
Uh-huh. You have survived without a major controversy for over a decade on YouTube.
Over a decade.
That is truly, you deserve an award for that
and
one.
I've met everybody who had a controversy too. Great.
Yes, you crossed paths.
That's called minding your own business.
Period.
You know? That's called staying in your own lane. That's what I did. Yeah, I've been doing a lot. I toured the world.
World tour.
Just been doing the shit. I've been on this boat before all these girlies, you know?
Period.
I am your mother. That's basically.
Mother! I am so excited to have you here. We're going to delve into all of that because Mac, forget Zach Lewis, whoever used to be on this podcast, never in my life. You've met Zach.
I would like to say it's very great that you finally have a twink.
Yes.
Talk, you know? It's about time.
Yeah, we needed to represent. It matters. It really, really matters. But I've known you way longer than I've known Zach. We met. I did some research this morning as I was putting my makeup on, which was just tapping into the memory that I never think about. We met in like 2017.
Yeah,
2017.
I believe.
Like my second year of college, and I met Zach in 2019. So like, who? Forgotten, never to be seen again until next week. But yeah, so I'm so excited. I'll do my little introduction quickly so we can forget about me. My name is DIVOS, your favorite piece of walk. Have you ever heard this before? Walking, talking, visual art, surviving at the intersection of glamour and comedy. It's nice to see you.
You have a little elevator, like, picture yourself.
Yes.
I need one. I am MacDoesIt.
Yeah. Ooh.
I blanked. I've done so much. I don't know.
Well, no, because I was just watching your YouTube videos, and they're edited. That's like, I think your best talent. Like that's the most, you're so dialed in on your editing technique. It's so unique. It's so special. And I was like, I wish I had seen your tour because I'm wondering how you brought that editing style to a stage show. You know, did you try to do that? Or
yes and no. Like it was a lot of random. There was a lot of visuals, a lot of random cutting visuals popping behind me when I brought people on stage. A lot of random shit just happened. But yeah, I try to just bring that energetic energy, but it's kind of hard to do it live.
Yeah, it's recorded.
But no, it was mostly like during the time I was still single, and I was basically going on tour to find love. So it's like a bootleg bachelor that I was doing.
Fun,
like a crack-headed bachelor. That's what I called it.
Did you find love?
No, I mean afterward. I did not find love on the tour. I was not going to date a fan. That was the joke. Okay. Who are you dating fans?
I use my fan to date sometimes, but not in human.
Okay. But yeah, it was basically like a little meet and greet tour. Like every YouTuber did a meet and greet tour at one time, and I was during that era, but I guess that's not a thing anymore.
Was that Live Nation? What company did you do that with?
Full Screen.
Full Screen.
Remember Full Screen? AT&T.
Yes.
Back in the day. R.I.P. Are we talking about old YouTube? That's what we're talking about today? Old YouTube?
Well, I just want to talk about you. You're just, I mean, your career is so exciting because what I love about you is first of all, you invented being gay on the internet.
Yes.
Which, like, someone had to do it.
Yeah,
someone had to do it.
Exactly.
And I just love that you stayed in your own lane and people just love you because you're yourself. And that's all I've ever wanted to do. I think most people, especially in LA, it's so rare because you meet people and they are just trying to be someone else.
They're trying to be someone new every other week, every other month, basically, every other morning. I always tell people, because that's also one of the big things, that when people first meet me, I have a very, like, I guess, chill personality compared to my...
Demure.
I'm very demure. Exactly. Very put together. I'm not like the other girls here. I'm very put together. I'm very certain in who I am as a person and my personality, and I don't feel the need to, like, overly express it. I don't feel the need to walk into a room and have everyone like me. Sure. And I feel like that's like I'm starting to learn as I interact with more people in, like, the industry of LA, that's like a rare thing to have, basically. And I keep telling people, like, I'm not a people pleaser. And so when people meet me in real life, they're very, like, caught off guard by my personality. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, you're kind. Like, like that's what
I'm kind and I'm chill. I'm not in your face about it, I like to say.
Right. People like you because, duh. You don't have to prove it. Well, I mean, you know, like, but I feel the same way sometimes, like, especially with drag queens, you know, like, we walk into a room and a lot of people, especially because you mostly see drag queens on TV before interacting, you know, with the community, they feel like you have to be like, no, yes, mama, mom, take the house down, Booty, you better slay.
Oh, Kiki Hunter, yes.
Come on, get down. Purr. And then my favorite drag queens are the ones where you can see what's underneath. And yes, they're over the top, but it's still organic. And it's amazing how quickly people will be attracted to those personalities versus the over the top. But then, of course, there are people who are over the top, and that is who they are. And unfortunately, I'll never be able to touch that talent.
I'll never book that gig. Okay.
Yeah, that won't be my. But
yeah, I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. I feel like a lot of people don't experience LA natives that much. And I feel like that's our personality. We're chill people. You know, I live here. I can't act a fool. That's the thing. I can't be acting a fool because my mom could just walk into any building and be like, "What are you doing?" You know, I can't reinvent myself because my family is right down the street. Like, what am I? Yeah, I can't run away from them. You know, I guess that's my whole geesh.
And you are so, like, LA, like, born and raised. Because I was just watching some of your videos before the podcast, and you talk about things. Have you ever seen Delta Works podcast?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay,
yeah.
So she is also just so LA, where you mentioned malls. What is the name of the mall chain in LA?
Westfield?
You said Westfield instead of the mall. And I was like, 95% of the listeners have no idea what Mac is talking about. But Mac is so LA.
I don't even think about that.
See? Like, little things. You are just so... And that's where you know the truth.
I did an entire video about, like, breaking down Billie Eilish's fashion sense, and I kept on, like, describing, like, random street places in LA, and, like, my comments were like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, people don't know what Melrose is."
Yeah, Melrose.
Forget about that. Yeah.
She just walked out of the Trading Post, and now she's going down to Century City Mall, but, like, not before she stops in Westwood for a premiere.
Exactly. That's her aesthetic. Her aesthetic is so Melrose.
It's
very Melrose.
What do you think of the Melrose Queen that's risen? Have you seen her on the interwebs?
No, Melrose.
Okay.
Who?
After the pod, you have to look her up. It is this, like, 60-year-old, I want to say trans-presenting person, and she is from Brooklyn, and so has the thickest, like, Brooklyn accent.
Okay.
And she's very raspy. She's like, my mother used to put on a wig and do cocaine. I was trying to make it to school one day. And then I just hanging out. Nicole Kidman's daughter was in town, and she was...
I think I know what you're talking about. She like a fur coat sometimes.
Fur coat.
Yes.
Always a unit.
Like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, my gosh. She's like a TikTok girly, right?
Well, that's how she's, like, blowing up right now.
Okay.
But you know those stores on Melrose that have, like, the absurd fashion in the window? Like, the fully mirrored... Apparently, she owns them. Like, those are her store.
Okay.
And so she's getting her, like, social media flowers.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone to look into. People are loving and respecting her. People are loving it. But okay, so what was it like to be named the comedian of the YouTubes?
Comedian of the year.
Of the year.
It didn't feel like anything.
That's kind of how awards end up
Basically,
feeling.
it was just a title. I mean, it was a cute night. It was a cute day. I knew I was going to win the award even before I even got there.
Oh, really?
Because they flew me out first class. They put me in like a suite in the hotel and all that stuff. And I told my friend who was also there for the award show.
It was in New York.
It was in New York. And so my friend who was also there for the award show was also nominated. And she was like, what? They did what? They did what with you? And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm winning this.
Yeah.
So I'm walking away from this night with an award in my hand.
Yeah.
And I did. It was cute. I don't know what it's done with my life. I have management for that reason. I don't know who they talked to or the doors I broke down for winning that award.
Yeah.
It was a cute moment on that stage, walking past people feeling better than everyone, I would say.
Well, because you were better than everyone.
I still am, you know?
It's just so cool to see. And obviously you play into the queer perspective with your videos, but it's not like your whole narrative is being queer, even though that's very like central. Like, you're just funny. Like, you know what I mean? And so everyone can love you. Like,
Thank you. It was very validating because I had in that period of time had that situation where like I was only being labeled like a gay YouTuber, only being in like gay spaces, and like to be like awarded in a space full of like executives from YouTube, executives from all these places, to be considered like the funniest person on the internet. Really cool for a moment. For a moment. It was a cute moment. The award show like doesn't exist anymore. I think it was the last.
Oh, really?
I was the second to last person to win that award before they stopped awarding.
Damn, if
YouTubers.
only you had been the last one, huh?
But even more special, no. But it went to Morgan Adams after me. Remember her?
Hi, Morgan.
Morgan. I think she just like own a farm in like Utah now.
Something
I don't know
like
what
that.
happened.
And good for her.
The fall part of Shane Dawson and Friends. Oh,
Yeah.
Talk about history.
If we have time.
But yeah, I mean, being gay and being black has always been like my integral. I mean, it's a big part of my identity. I'm not stupid. I walk around every single day knowing I'm gay and black, knowing that's going to make, especially my blackness. But yeah, they're integral parts of my identity. So I always felt, because I come from the bubble of Los Angeles, I've never really found them that serious or that deep until like, you know, I discovered the internet and saw like everywhere else in the world talks about it differently. And I was like, you know what? Let's talk about this. Let me share my perspective and my identities on the internet. And people enjoyed it. People loved it. People gave me an award for it.
Put that little rainbow costume on and changed the world.
Became a meme that people still use to this day. That was in, oh my God, when was that?
A long time ago.
I think that was in like 2014 when I put on that costume. It was a costume. I did a video where I made my viewers buy me outfits via some like weird anonymous website that was sending me like links. And I just pressed purchase.
Sure.
And that was one of the outfits. And now it's a meme, girl. I wore it twice and never worn it again, basically.
If you sent Mac that outfit, comment down below. We gotta.
I have never washed it. Never washed it.
Oh, so you're about to make some coins with that outfit.
Oh, girl, it smells. I know for a fact.
Some only Mac. That's crazy. Do you have a costume closet?
No.
No?
I have
a bin?
I have a bin. I have a little bin. I have a bin of wigs, which I like don't wear.
I have asked
you want my wigs, girl?
Well, I have asked you I want to get you in full geesh one day.
Full geesh? Full drag?
Would you do it?
I would. In a heartbeat?
Yeah.
Honestly. I don't know how you put a wig on this hair, but I'm down to find out.
Don't worry about the details. Don't worry about the details. That's what I'm here for. You just have to show up. I might have you shaved, but that's it. That's all you got to do for me.
No!
You want to be bearded queen?
I'm trying so hard to grow a beard, but I think I probably should shave. Like grow back
thicker
or some
that's
shit.
What they say.
I don't know. But I've been trying. I'm a little.
It looks really good.
I've been trying. I've been trying to become a bear. Trying to go my full bear.
Ooh.
Bear journey. It has been working out, but you know, she's still here.
You're still here.
She's still tempting. She's not audition, you know.
So, Twink Twank Twunk. This is the pod, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a twink. Oh my God.
Twink. I'm just a little confused by what.
Whoa. You're like, what's a bear? You're like, wait, what? The animal.
Oh my God. Woo, that was scary. Oh my gosh, almost had to call in the next guest. Anyway.
So how have you been, though? Like, there's been a lot that's been happening for you. Special nights you're hosting.
Special nights. Well, I haven't got to say it on the podcast, but I just got my first ever show that I'm hosting.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Applause.
Thank you. I'm so excited. It's
You know what that is? Growth.
Levels. Well, it is interesting because, I mean, I've always done digital content and I love performing, but it's essentially a different job. Like, it's so different.
Hosting? Okay.
Well, not even hosting, like any kind of live performance. Like, you know, here I get ready and, you know, I can cheat it a little bit. I don't because I'm a crazy person. Like, I shouldn't be corseted and padded for a podcast, but here we are.
Yeah, you shouldn't be, but here you are. That's dedication.
I just love, like, I want to be as elevated as possible, you know?
The full illusion at all times.
Yeah.
I think, does it help you?
It helps me get in character.
Okay.
And there are, like, little quotes by RuPaul where he's, like, about to go on set for some major network. And someone's like, oh, you don't need heels. They won't see your feet. And I was like, but we don't know. And he replies, like, but I don't know these producers. I don't know these directors. I need to give them the full thing. The full so illusion. That they take me as seriously as possible. And I love that. I think that's what I want to do. I want to be as, produced and professional as I can be.
When in doubt, always think, what would RuPaul do?
What would RuPaul do? WWRD. What would RuPaul do? I feel like it should be RPD, but... Anyway, what should RuPaul... But it's just one word. So yeah, the show, it's every other Friday. I found in LA, I'm tired of competing. I'm tired of having girls compete. Because of Drag Race, everyone wants to see drag queens like go head to head, lip sync for their lives. And I've noticed that with especially the straight friends that I bring to my shows, they're like, why are we watching like these queer artists who are already at the most marginalized of marginalized community? Like, you know, the ones that are the most outcast from everyone. We're having them express themselves and then saying someone's a loser and someone's a winner. Like, that is so uncomfortable. And a celebratory night. Right. Why not just celebrate what we're doing and enjoy the art versus be like, oh, well, you've lost and this is what's bad about what you did. And you won and you're like, and so I'm just tired of it. And it's the only way to get started in LA in drag. And so you have to do it at first. The competitions? Okay. The only way. But my drag mother, Layla Moore, who's been on this podcast, Mac is the second guest. Layla was the first. Oh, that's number 2. She has a show at the Bayou, and you've been to the Bayou. It's like a kind of like an alley bar, and it's very close. It's cute. It's very close, very cute, very strong drinks. That's all I remember about it the most. If I can remember going there. But you feel like you're in a different world kind of when you go in, and it doesn't attract the gay people that'll steal your wallet, for example. Or the gay people that are on extreme drugs on a Tuesday night. Anyway, so I feel like it's a very communal space, and the show is an album listening party, so I didn't want the show to be a competition, and I didn't want it to take away the energy of a night. So what we do is we listen to a whole album top to bottom, and drag queens will do a number, and then we'll listen to a few songs together as a group, we'll dance, there's always themed drinks. So this was a Chapel Row night. We did the super graphic Ultra Margarita. Yes, we did the Pink Pony Paloma on the drinks menu. Okay. It's like a whole... Okay. Yeah, so it's a whole drinks and everything. Night. Do you make the themed drinks yourself, or...? I work with the bar, so I send them like a drink menu a week before, and then they have like curated it to be ready for the night. Okay. We have a $6 shot, unheard of in the West Hollywood Strip. Truly. How much are shots? Are like $10 at least, Hollywood, right? Yeah. Okay. Do you remember one time we went to Heart and we got 2 tequila shots and it was like upwards of $50? Yeah, it was like, we were like, what the fuck? I was like scared for my life. I am not a WeHo girly anymore. I haven't been back. I only go for like special events. Like I'll go for your bead ciders. I'll support. I would love to have 10%. But I don't just go out to WeHo on like a random weekend with like no plans. So I'm like, I don't want to spend $1,000 tonight. At all. That is one thing that I love about being a drag queen in WeHo is it's made it feel like it's my playground. Like when I performed at a bar, all of a sudden it's not like, ooh, I'm going into Stash. It's like, fuck yeah, bitches! I wave at the bartender. I'm not paying for my drink. You know, I'm like, la 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 la. And it's made me feel really comfortable in WeHo and just like have fun there. Which it is hard because I mean everyone there is trying to be so hot and sexy all the time. And genuinely, like one of my hopes for B-siders is that you can go and be silly and just have fun. Like every party, I pretend like I have a Drag Race girl coming in, and I say like, from Drag Race Equestrian, we have Praline, everybody! Like, give it up for Praline! Oh my gosh, I love that. And I did an apple for Brad, and so I just want people to come and have fun, not take themselves too seriously, and really, at the end of the day, I just want to be the hottest person there. So if I tell everyone to dress silly, then here I am. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I want to go. It's going to be fun.
Yes, I would love to have you. I'm doing all the costuming. I built a fucking stage from Home Depot for this show because I believe drag queens deserve a stage. So
you built it from
I built a stage. I built a fucking stage. I bring the lighting. I am
adding to the culture. Look at you.
But it's so hard. So it's really, I just want to focus on having fun at my party and not overthinking anything. You know, just like enjoying it. We'll keep hyping it up.
But it's cute. I'm just thinking about like when we first met and who you are now, because you were like your little face painter into body painting. We met, I think, at your school, right? I went to UCLA the first time I met you.
First time that Mac and I met, I made him the Grinch.
Yes, he turned me into the Grinch. That was a moment.
People
honestly.
liked that, honestly. They really thought it was funny.
Fine. I was into it. Then we became friends. Here we are. Sisters.
Well, so I was just thinking, you've been in like 4 different places that I've lived, at least. Remember the one that you had to like walk down the alley and go in like at the end of COVID? I remember we were sitting there, we got like really drunk because there was nothing to do. You brought me olive oil from Jake's family's farm and like some of your PR drinks. We were just like getting drunk.
Oh, yes.
And I remember sitting on the sofa and being like, do you think like I could like get on Drag Race? Do you think like I could be a drag queen? And you, like, there was no reason for you to think that I should be a drag queen. Like, I had done...
But you were just doing body painting.
Body paint,
stuff.
like...
But I'm like, it was a stepping stone, you know?
Yeah, of course. And you were so nice. You're like, well, you were honest, which I appreciated. You're like, well, you have to, like, start doing it.
Yeah, you gotta start doing drag. Get out there. I mean, you're into the art of body paint in the first place. I was like, yeah, you could do drag probably. Like, I don't know that much about it, so... But I would think so. Like, I know a lot of people that were body painters that became drag queens. No, it's a trading world. It's all art.
It's all art. So what do you think of Divos? What if... Also, you came up with Divos. Do you know this?
Did I?
Okay, so when I had my YouTube channel, or I still have it, it's the same channel. The name was Divos Videos, and you said that was terrible.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember that. I told you it was like the videos part, because that's so like 2010s YouTube, like people putting like TV or videos or show at the end of their username. So I was like, just get rid of it. Just be Divos. I remember that. Wow, I created you.
You literally did. And then I was like,
Mother!
I'm like, you're my drag. No, dead ass. And then I was like, should I do all caps, lowercase, whatever? You're like, do all caps. Still all caps. So you literally like...
I helped rebrand you.
Rebranded me into this.
Welcome.
And now look, she has a neon sign. It's monstrosity.
It's so fetch, though.
Isn't it cool? My parents are so supportive. They got that for me. I'm very lucky.
I have one, too. It's a rite of passage.
It is a rite of passage. And once you get that, you can't change your name. So hope you love it. So when you first saw me getting going, like, what do you think? I genuinely want to know, like, what your opinion is of the drag.
I love it. I mean, I'm not as well intertwined, I guess, in drag as much as the fellow LA gay. Yeah. But I'm into it. I like it. I love your wigs specifically. I remember when I first came here and you gave me a wig tour, I was like obsessed. And I still am.
Color. I love color.
You love color. You love shapes.
Shapes.
Like geometry. And that's what I'm obsessed with, because I also love geometry. Geometric shapes, all that shit. So it's really cool. You have a really cool aesthetic. I love what you do for Pride every year. This past Pride, that little collection with the Pokemon, those Pokemon pictures, girl. Okay, talent. It's amazing. You're really doing your thing. You're really well in your brand, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we gotta get you in some of this hair. That's what I'm saying. I want to put you in like a traditional beat, like, you know, nude colors, whatever, and then just go through the wigs. Because I think you'd have so much fun. Your personality changes immediately. And
that's the thing. When I put on a wig, I will become a character. That's how... Now I'm going to talk about Smosh. Whenever I do Smosh, just try not to laugh. Whenever we come out with characters, I pick the wig first. I'm like, who is she? And then look, there we go with that.
It's so quick. It's kind of amazing because I'll like be in my head about drag. I'll be like, oh God, the nails didn't go on right. Like the makeup's bad. The wig goes on and I'm like... You could fucking never.
She became a woman.
Never.
You can't clock the doll.
You can't clock the doll. Wait, so more. I want to hear more about Smosh. How did that start? Where are we at now?
Smosh. I was always friends with a lot of like the crew of Smosh. Specifically, this person called Rachel who used to be producer at Smosh, but now she moved on. We became friends, and then we met at a couple of VidCons in the past, and then they just randomly like, "Hey, come over and film a few things." Right. And basically, it was just like a casual, like, "Hey, we want to collaborate with people." It was like right after, no, it was before the pandemic. They were like, "We want to collaborate with more creators. Would you like to collaborate with us?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come down." Then the pandemic happened, and I came back around. And it's been cute. They've moved around a few times. It's been cute. It's been a cute ride. It's very cute to be around production. Like legit, like, sound stage, production, camera crew, lights and all that shit. Because I'm my own YouTuber. I do everything by myself. All my lighting, all my editing, and like being around teams and all that stuff. It's really cool. I feel like I'm in a space where I can actually like give expertise and advice in, because I've been doing YouTube for forever. So it's like, I feel very, like I say, I feel like a cousin-in-law in the Smosh family right now.
Well, you're an expert and you're a professional. And that's another thing I've always admired about you. You've always done all of your own editing. You've done all of your own production. And people do not realize what that means.
It's a lot. I spent about 3 days to edit a video, just sitting in an office with the door closed, just being a hermit.
And I can't even edit this podcast if I can't complete it in one day. If I can't do it in a 5-hour period, I genuinely, like, I don't know if
Podcast for me too. It had to take one night.
Or I'm going crazy.
One sit down, one night. If it's not, then like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and to give people some perspective, I'll just say today I got up. I have to set up this whole studio, the lighting, the sound, everything. Then I get in full drag. It's 4 hours. And you understand that, like, it's insane, but that's what we've always done. Mm-hmm. And so I'm starting this Halloween show, which I'm not actually supposed to talk about yet, but there's backup dancers, there's costume people, there's lighting, there's, like, choreographers. And I'm, like, confused. like they're like, Divos, you have your dance rehearsal this day. I was like, okay, shit, like, I gotta, like, choreograph everything. I'm literally, like, drawing out, like, choreographed, like, every 8 counts. Like,
really? Okay.
And they're like, well, but they're like, what do you, we have a choreographer. Like, you can just tell her the vibe you want, and then she'll do the and I just don't, like.
You're like, what?
I'm trying to, yeah.
I feel
it's
that.
Fascinating.
It's very interesting. Stepping out of your self-madeness into, like, a production, a group of people that came together. It's very interesting, but it's refreshing too. I didn't realize how much of a hermit I became over the years, being a very self-made person. Yeah. And so I walked to the Smosh and I was like, oh, friends, other creators, other creatives. Hello. I thought that was real for a second.
Oh, we'll put an image on the screen of what Mac just saw.
I was on the side of my eye. I was about to scream.
I have a lot of tchotchkes around here. Lots of things to look at. I got that at, like, a European Christmas market. I was like, that is so weird.
It's so random.
Yeah, he's like ceramic with metal arms. You can, like, put him anywhere. Like, he can be hanging from whatever.
What was I talking about? I think I finished
Smosh or professionalism. Well, I mean, I guess it's just the idea that because you've done everything, you can have notes on everything or help with everything and have, like, a point of view. Yeah,
whenever I go there, I'm like, friends with... I like I said before, I was friends with more of, like, the crew before I met the cast themselves. Yeah. Because I'm my own crew member, and I guess I vibed with a lot of, like, the producers and, like, the videographers and the editors of Smosh before I actually met the cast, and now I vibe with the cast too. But yeah, I met the crew. Secret, I met the crew before I met the cast. Did you know?
Well, if you want a good edit, that's what you gotta do.
My ex-roommate is actually one of their PAs now.
No way!
Small circle, Yeah. Just bringing everybody in, If I make it, we all make it.
Period. And that's so awesome, like, because it's true. It's like, that's how it happens, and that's how you also find talented people. Like, I, for a second, was trying to find a photographer in, like, the LA bubble. Mm-hmm. Nightmare. Trauma. And thank God my friend, who's a photographer, freed up and was able to shoot B-siders. Mm-hmm. I was like, finding a stranger and, like, trusting them with your creative vision is,
it's
like,
hard.
Oh my God.
It's hard. That's how you find out the industry its way it is. It's very much like, who do you know? Who do you trust? Who do you trust can actually, like, do what you want to do and get it done by the time you need to get it done, And that's why it's all about connections in this city, sadly.
Well, just
sadly and
but make
reasonably,
friends,
yeah. Make
like,
friends, talk to people.
Be good, be professional, be on
nice,
time.
be demure.
Be mindful, not like those other girls. Dainty, bashful even. Just give it to them.
Be cutesy with it.
Be cutesy. That's at the end of the day when the cookie crumbles. Be cutesy.
Be cutesy.
Okay, so do you want to go into one of the segments of the pod?
Yeah. Okay.
You don't seem that excited.
What were the segments again?
So let's start with bit of the week.
Bit of the week. Okay.
Bit of the week. So I can give you the one I have prepared, and if you have one that pops up, we can add it, but no pressure. So this actually came from one of my roommates, Nate. We actually call him Megan Lee on the pod because he refuses to support on the Patreon. And any friend that doesn't support on the Patreon, we call Megan Lee, which is another one of our friends.
Megan Lee?
Megan Lee, yeah. She's
Who's
awesome.
that?
She's just a friend. Just a friend.
Okay.
Just a special treatment kind of friend. She's the girl to call if you're in a pickle. So Nate is working with the Chargers. He's like a physical trainer or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so he's often on the sidelines when, a tripod will fall over or someone's water bottle, they'll go to catch it and it drops. And his bit with his fellow coworkers is, don't go on Twitter right now. Like, Twitter's not happy about this. Like being like the tripod falls over, like, oh my god.
Don't go on Twitter.
Don't go on Twitter.
Don't
go on Twitter. It's really bad.
God. Don't look at your comments.
Like,
don't look at your comments.
This nail has been off for the last 15 minutes. Don't go on Twitter.
Don't look at
It's not
look at the comments.
It's really don't look at the hashtag. Don't look at the comments.
Don't look at trending.
Don't look at trending. Don't look at trending.
Don't look at trending.
Really, really, really bad.
Oh, no. That's cute.
So anything. Yeah.
It's funny. I don't have a bit. My bit, like what I've been doing recently.
Yeah.
My whole life is a bit, isn't it?
Look at us.
Yeah, we're all pink. We're the pink. What was it? The pink little horse get together.
Pink. Yeah. Copyright reasons. We can't be. We're the country club of equestrian lavenders. Lavender equestrian. I wanted to shout out. First of all, thank you for coming in such an iconic outfit.
Yes, of course.
And this reminds me.
This old thing.
Oh, this old thing.
I actually won my award in this. Throwback to it. I was wearing the pink suit when I won the award. Yeah, dead ass. I'll show you the video.
Wait, it also reminds me of your like Halloween costumes, like because you do a lot of really iconic Halloween costumes with your partner.
Yes.
And this reminds me of the Cosmo and Wanda one. I don't know if this is what you wore, but this reminds me.
No, we did anti-Cosmo, anti-Wanda.
Oh, yes. You've done the SpongeBob. What are their names?
Oh my god.
The Invisible Boatmobile.
Oh my god.
I know.
Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did we did Teletubbies. We did creepy Teletubbies. And then last Halloween I was with you. Ice and Spice.
Yes.
I was a bag of ice and he was a jar of spice.
I loved it.
It was very last minute, but I was obsessed with it.
So stay tuned for this year. It'll be iconic.
It'll be very iconic if we get it together in time.
Yeah. That's always the struggle. It's almost Halloween. We're sitting here in mid-August and I feel late.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like the year went by so fast. The last time we saw each other was Halloween.
I know, it doesn't feel like that long ago at all.
Very crazy to think about.
Yeah. No, literally. So second segment is Educate the Straights.
Okay.
So we don't have a straight with us today. Thank God. Thank God.
Jesus, okay.
But is there any gay topic you think isn't getting the time of day recently?
Isn't getting the time of day?
We just need to talk about it.
Something gay?
Something gay.
Ooh, whatever happened to fan clacking? I feel like people don't
Where are the thwarping?
The thwarping, the fan clacking, I feel like it disappeared a little bit. I feel like it fell out of the culture. I mean, also, we gotta educate the straights, so the straights know. Maybe the straights can fan clap, and we'll get mad that the straights are fan clap.
And then we'll bring it back.
And then we'll bring back the fan clap.
It's cyclical like that. It really... Well, they're kind of doing it at raves now. The rave moms at the raves are like clicking out their fans. And then, they like fan strangers? They walk around fanning strangers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a vibe. That's very plur, right?
Very plur. Have you ever done it before?
A rave?
No, plur. So you put your hand like this. It's like peace. And then you go to like a heart, love. And then you go connect, unity. I'm like so bullshitting this. I totally forget. And then,
I guess. Yeah.
And then I think respect is when you do the switch. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so Mac just joined the call.
Have you ever been to a rave?
I have been to like the downtown LA raves. So they have like warehouses where they'll like do like a night rave. So the answer is yes, but I've never been to like a rave festival. I was picturing festival when you asked.
I've never been to a rave. It's on my bucket list to go, but I've just never gone.
We might go this weekend. Do you want to come? You do not have to answer this now.
Maybe send me the information, but I don't know.
I'll text it to you.
Okay.
Well, it's a lot. Also, if you come, then we can leave early together. I'm like,
how long do raves usually? I know some raves go to like 5 o'clock in the morning.
They start late. Well, so for those of you that don't know, LA nightlife ends at 2, which I think is kind of early. But raves are free until 1 a.m. So if you want to get in like 3, so like early, 1 a.m. And I think, yeah, it's like 5 or 6
in the morning. Okay, that's insane.
But we don't have to do all that. We can show up at like midnight. We can do our little... Maybe we'll do like some cute little makeup.
We'll do the fan clacking, yeah?
We'll start spreading the good word of the Lord once again. And then we'll get out of there in time to...
We'll do a tight 5.
A tight 5. That's a good bit of the week. We're going to do type 5.
That's a bit of the week. There we go. Yeah, type 5. Type 5.
Like, hey, you want to get coffee? I can do a type 5. You walk in, you set your timer down, you press start, and then the conversation.
Like, here we go.
Like, I can't wait to see what we can share with each other in this 5. Okay, that's good.
That's a 5, yeah, type 5.
Okay, so I think it's time for the Twink Twank Twunk of the week. Are you ready for this?
Okay, yes.
I've primed Mac, and Mac is, both of these nails are gone. We just lost the other one, everybody.
Oh, no.
We'll leave them here. They'll have their little moment. Before we... Hi, audio listeners. How are we doing today? We always say hi to the audio listeners.
Really?
Yeah, you want to say hi?
Hello, audio.
Ooh.
Hey.
Mac has a recurring bit on his videos where if you have anything audio or ASMR, Mac assumes that your pants are down.
Yes. I love how you know that.
I did my research.
Because when I first found ASMR, I thought it was like, is this like sexual thing or something? Because the first ASMRs I saw were like boyfriend ASMR and all that shit. So I was like, what is going on?
On Spotify, I won't, reveal why I know this or how, but there's like boy moaning like audio that you can put on.
I won't reveal how I know this.
No, I won't. It's like, and people will listen to like moan, like,
on Spotify?
On Spotify, it's crazy that it's there.
I'm gonna search that.
Look it up.
You're gonna see my Spotify rap, the boy moan.
I'm so fucking gay. I just said boy moaning and then went, No, we're down here. Like that.
On
like,
Spotify?
Baby. The reason I know this is I saw it on someone's Spotify Wrapped.
Okay.
So I know that it exists and I know people are listening. That's all I can say. But I cannot reveal any further information on the topic. I can't.
Okay.
But anyway, audio listeners, that's something to think about. Okay, Twink Twank Twunk of the week.
Okay. What's your twink?
My twink of the week, it's this longtime friend that I haven't seen since like last Halloween. Just the nicest, funniest person. He is an entertainer. Ladies and gentlemen, my twink of the week is MacDoesIt. What are you talking about? I can't believe you didn't catch on. I'm like, who are you talking about? You were looking at me so earnest.
I am the twink of the week. I'm glad you acknowledge my twinkness.
Yes. Twink, Twank, or Twunk. We can go in any order.
Twank? My Twank. Do you remember the show Total Drama Island?
Duh.
They brought it back.
Wait, what do you mean they brought it back?
They brought back the show. Like, it was...
same characters or new characters?
No, it's new characters. They completely rebooted the show. It's on HBO Max, but, like, it's just there. It comes out, like, week by week. It's not even been, like, advertised or anything. It just got rebooted and it's been casually played on HBO. I'm like, this is, like, I feel like one of the biggest shows of my childhood got rebooted and no one talked about it. That's my Twank.
What was her name? Betty? The really weird one with the glasses and, like...
I don't remember the name.
She was my favorite. I
remember Lashana.
Uh-huh.
How everyone was upset how she got eliminated. That's the biggest thing.
I was into it. But it was at the time where you either had to record a show or you just watch whatever episode was on TV. So I always watched it in the wrong order. I would be like episode 11, then episode 3, then I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. Where are these people?
Yeah.
That's my Twank.
Okay. I have my Twunk of the week. It's actually kind of sad.
Okay.
My Twunk of the week is horticulture. That's like plants, right?
What?
What is horticulture?
Hoarder? Like hoarder?
No.
I thought you meant hoarder culture. I was like, oh, let's talk about hoarders. Let's talk about
No, that is a really good one. I think that would be Twink, though.
Okay.
My Twonk is horticulture, which I believe...
Horta?
Hort, H-O-R-T-I culture. Alexa, what is horticulture?
Horticulture is the art and science of growing plants. It comes from the Latin words hortus.
Okay, so the art and science of growing plants.
Okay, so behind us was one of my earliest plants.
Oh, no!
And she started getting sick,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a big, leaf section up here, and I tried to prune her, and the whole thing snapped off. Mac, I cried on the floor of my kitchen.
No!
And I just think that I'm missing some kind of masculine feature to be able to change the soil and add in fertilizer
to take care of a plant.
I don't think I have the butch energy needed to fix her. So I'm watching her lose leaves before my very eyes. I don't know if she can come back from it, but she's been in every episode of the podcast.
She can come back. Isn't that what plants do? They can come back. They bounce back, I believe.
No, I think you're right. But anyway, I just wanted to feature her one last time in case this was
this is it. Oh, no.
In case this was it.
Oh, no. You just gotta call a plant girl. Call a plant gay.
Should I call a plant gay?
There's so many plant gays.
Do you know one?
My boyfriend. He literally
Jake,
Jake,
Kimber too. Come on. Right before the rave, we're gonna have a plant healing session and we're going to a rave, Jake. I'll see you on Saturday. Okay, that's my Twank.
Okay, Twank.
Twank is hoarding. You gave it to me.
Hoarding.
Have you ever hoarded in any capacity?
No, but if you were to walk into my office,
you'd have questions
on a random because I don't know, that's right, but I feel like a lot of people go through this. When you go through periods of time where you're in the middle of a project, in the middle of creating something, your creative space
disaster
becomes what your mind is basically. And so if you ever walk into my office in the middle of me filming a video that's taking longer than a week, you would think I'm a massive hoarder.
Yes. Mac, to present this room as you see it today was a 4-hour process yesterday.
Love it.
Because this party is every 2 weeks, so I'm so honored, so excited, but I'm constantly making the next party happen. And so it's really hard to keep it. I mean, drag is hoarding. I'm hoarding another person's wardrobe. I have a him in her closet, and the her closet is just bullshit that I wear for this, you know? So I really fought hard to present today as clean,
and proper, and demure,
cutesy with it, and mindful.
And for me, I do a lot of nostalgic videos.
Yes.
And so I have a lot of random nostalgic products I just haven't touched or didn't make the video or the cut, just in the corner of my room. So I'll just have a box, a tower of boxes, just in the corner of my office. And whoever walks in and I don't tell them about that, they're like, "Are you hoarding toys?" I'm like, no. Don't know how to sell these.
I'm working.
This is my job.
Literally.
My Twink. I was exploring downtown LA a couple weeks ago with my boyfriend and his dad. His dad was visiting. And we walked into, I think it was called the Biltmore Hotel in downtown LA. Turns out it was hosting Miss America.
Yes.
So we walked in the host hotel
of Miss America.
Just seeing women in full out gowns. There was tables filled with heels and jewelry. We were just walking around being like, what is
Miss America
going on?
So Twink.
So Twink. It was very
so
cute.
Cool.
It was a moment. I was like, oh wow.
Did you get to see any of the happenings, or did you see the behind the scenes?
I just saw the women. I don't know if they were the contestants or the friends of the contestants.
Wow.
A lot of women that were down to the nines, completely dolled up. I was like, okay, something's happening.
That's cool. Have you ever seen any of the queer pageant system before? Miss Continental, that kind of thing?
No.
Okay. Also, I think you need to get on Drag Race as a guest judge. How can we make that happen?
That's never gonna happen.
Why?
Let's become a viral TikToker, then maybe, but I don't think
you gotta go viral again before it'll happen. Okay, well, I don't want you to beat me to Drag Race, but if you do, you know what name to be dropping.
I want to raise my gay awareness. I want to raise my gay credit before I go on Drag Race. I want to be one of those guest stars that walk into the room and the drag queens cry.
Yeah,
I want to be one of those girls.
Okay, so
I want to change lives.
So you want a little bit more career time before.
Mhm.
Okay. Coming in a onesie. Really let the girls have it.
Coming in my rainbow flag.
Yeah. Oh. That would unironically be so awesome. That would be okay.
It'll be a moment. What's been going on in my life that's very twank? That's like hard?
Twink is like awkward, quirky.
That was twunk. No, wait.
No, Twunk is butch. Twunk is serious.
Twunk is bush. So I'll give you my twank then.
Yes. So you're onto Twunk.
I'm on twunk.
You're on Twunk.
We're all confused. So yeah, what was it called?
Horticulture.
No, the TV show.
Total Drama Island.
Total Drama Island was my...
You're Twink.
My twunk? My twank?
You're Twink, yeah.
And then twunk is... No, my twunk. Twank is the bush one, right?
No. Twunk is the butch one.
Twunk is the bush one? What is this called? Where am I? Who are you?
Mac's like, haven't seen the podcast. Unfamiliar with traditional gay terms.
So I'm on twank? I'm on twunk.
You're on Twunk.
I'm on twunk. Okay.
You could do that term that you just said earlier that really... bear? What is bear? That sounds twunk.
Bear's twunk?
What is bear?
Bear is twunk.
What is bear?
Bear. I've been very much into the bear culture recently.
Ooh.
They accept me because I'm a big boy.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what bears? You know what bears are? For the straights.
For the straights.
Or the gays.
That's the gay camera, but the straights will see it.
Okay. They love.
They're obsessed.
They're obsessed. But bears are bigger men, generally hairy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say hairy.
Bigger man, hairy man. Usually like a lot of beards. Cute guys, you know.
Yeah. Fat Slut LA, downtown.
LA.
That's a precinct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a bear party?
It used to be.
Oh, here we go.
I would say it used to be an event like specifically for the bigger people. Like the drag queens were specifically bigger. They like. It's very all inclusive. It became more all inclusive because it became more popular.
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of people left. A lot of people have been leaving WeHo. That situation, trying to find other places that are cheaper because. Like when your friends went there for the first time, they were like amazed by how cheap the drinks were. And I'm like, yeah, this is downtown LA, girl.
Right,
This ain't
right.
WeHo prices. Like that's the secret. I feel like Precinct is a very a secret location that's been spilling out into people's ears recently. Because I think was it The Guardian or some major publication wrote about it, and that's been ever since then. Like it's been crowded almost every night.
Well, the space is amazing, and especially as a drag queen, it's like. You feel like you're doing it when you're at Precinct. It's
a very welcoming space, especially for drag queens. It's a very welcoming space for drag queens. For women too. A lot of women go to Precinct. Should I be advertising that?
All of a sudden, it's going to be straight bar. It's because MacDoesIt talked about.
I know. It's a very inclusive, alternative gay bar, I would say, compared to what you see at WeHo usually. And that's why I like it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, we kind of reached the end of the podcast.
Did we?
Do you have any final sentiments, things to leave people with?
Wipe your ass.
Yes.
Men.
Both directions.
Both directions. Don't be afraid of wet wipes, girls. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
well, I just want to thank you for being here. One of my
for having me.
Oldest friends in LA. So cool that you've seen it all, and I can't wait for you to show you more.
At B-Siders.
At B-Siders, every first and third or second and fourth, depending on how the dates fall. Friday, 8 p.m. It's the pregame of West Hollywood. Thank you for being here, Mac. This was so fun.
Yeah, you have like an adios, like a sign off. You don't do like a thank you for watching Twink Twank Twunk. You can find us anywhere at Twink Twank Twunk on. What do you have?
Actually, I should do that. I usually do. I'm just excited you're here. I forgot. Thank you so much for watching Twink Twank Twunk. You can follow us at Twink Twank Twunk Pod, or Instagram, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube. You'll get all the shorts and the reels, so if your attention span doesn't last long enough, that's where you're going to see all the highlights. And then where can they find you, Matt?
Find me anywhere. If you search MacDoesIt, that is, shut up.
Perfect.
That is figure it out. That is sound it out and spell it. Your best you can. And if you spell it wrong, I'll still pop up, girl, because I am what? Legendary.
Yes. Come to B-Siders. Come to my Halloween show. I'll put the link for tickets on the screen. We will see you all maybe again soon. Next season, Mac comes back. Mac part 2. Okay, you had a good enough time.
I have my own segment.
Awesome. Thank you. We did it!